Perfect.
Hey, what is going on YouTube? This is Tylord and I am finally back with more Let's Play World of Warcraft The Burning Crusade. This is episode 28 and I'm here at the Lordamere internment camp in the Alterac Mountains, aka just right outside of the hillsbrad foothills. I have about 4 quests I'm tracking here that we're going to try and get accomplished real quick at the start of this video, or this episode I should say. Now they are stone tokens, which I don't think I do. I'm not sure if I do those here or if I do those over at the ruins of Dalaran. I guess we're gonna find out once we kill all these Dalaran shield guards. But the main quest I wanted to come over here and do was prison break-in. Now this is a pretty funny quest. Alright, and these shield guards, these Dalaran shield guards actually do drop the Worn Stone token, so I was correct in my assumptions. But the quest Prison Break-In is a pretty funny quest. There are 4 of these undead mobs, and you're going to see, here's one right here, his name's Richter. They're neutral mobs, meaning, you know, obviously they won't attack us, they won't aggro us if we get in their range. Oh, and we got ourselves a little, a Theurgist. What the fuck is a Theurgist? We've got ourselves a mage. He's going to be summoning a spirit from old Dalaran. Oh my gosh, we got to stop him before he gets that cast off. What are these, dude? Trollbane leggings. These are amazing. If I used agility, which I don't because I'm a priest. Anyway, okay, I'm getting a little sidetracked. So this quest, Prison Break-In. Let me read the description to you because it's a pretty funny quest. We have to break in, obviously, like the name implies, prison break-in, and we have to kill these 4 undead mobs that were taken prisoner because you know the age-old adage, snitches get stitches. Well, that's basically what this is. So the person who gave us the quest, Magus Voidglare, says, I came to Terran Mill to research, but now must resolve a crisis. You see, 4 Forsaken fled the Undercity a few months ago. They turned their backs on their brethren, but what's worse, they stole from the Dark Lady. These thieves broke into a secure vault. How did they do that? And stole 4 artifacts. Okay, never mind. I thought they were like... So, technically, they did kind of like turn sides. They went over to the Alliance side, but they also stole all of these Bloodstone artifacts that we need to get back. So, Bloodstone Wedge, Marble, Shard, Oval. So you're going to find 4 of these neutral undead mobs within these 2 buildings. There's 2 buildings here at the Lordamere internment camp. So here's another one of these mobs. Alina, the first one was Richter. Here's Alina right here. Or Alina, I guess. And these quests, you might be thinking, why are you doing all these quests? They're all green. And that is true. They are going to be giving me back not as much experience as if I was like back in Stranglethorn Vale doing all those quests there. But I wanted to come here. These are fun little quests to do, and they don't take too long. And I love Hillsbrad Foothills, and I love... There's really not a lot to do in Alterac Mountains, but I love these zones. I love the vibe of these zones, just the feel of being in here, the music, the environment, and they're fun little quests. And at some point, whenever I turn all these in, and then I continue along to the Arathi Highlands, I will head back to Thunderbluff just to turn in this quest Frostmaw that I have. Ooh, Warden Bellamore. Was she always standing there, or did she just spawn in there? Like, literally, she just spawned in right there. I think she just spawned. I'm going to go ahead and attack her. And she's like a mage. She's going to be casting fireballs. But she really doesn't have that much health, so she's going to go down pretty quickly. Let's see if she drops an item that starts a quest or something. Bellamore's Research Journal. Ooh la la. Keegan Darkmar, leader of the small group of undead who came to us in search of asylum from their quote-unquote brethren, defies our common attitudes towards his kind. His skin may be rotting and blood may have long stopped flowing through his veins, but he acts very nobly and seems to care more for his compatriots' safety than his own. I guess noble, the word acting nobly here is like, you need a little context behind that. Because it's not noble to other undead that you betray your own race and steal from the Dark Lady for these filthy humans? Nah, fuck that, son. Fuck that. Anyway, I don't think we need this for anything else. Holy shit, there's 19 entries in this goddamn journal. Holy cow. Okay, well, I'm gonna head back to Terran Mill. We actually can't do the Hammer May Fall. I just now realized that that quest is in Arathi Highlands. Alright, so I'm here at Khorran's Dagger. I think I said Khorran's Dagger before I cut away, and that's wrong. Khorran, I'm thinking of Khorran, is one of the bosses in Wailing Caverns, so apologies for that little mistake, I guess. I mean, it is a mistake. I don't have to guess about it being a mistake, but yeah. So we're going to be killing some of these Syndicate mobs. There are Syndicate footpads, Syndicate thieves, and we're going to be, you know, taking them out, trying to loot this Syndicate missive. This is for the quest Infiltration. Now, the missive that we're trying to find should tell us the whereabouts of Gol'dir. I believe we're looking for an orc named Gol'dir who was captured a long time ago, and this is like the first quest in a long chain that usually gives a pretty good amount of experience. Some old human settlement, and now it's just all Syndicate mobs. So there it is. There's the Syndicate missive. You're just gonna have to kill. I got mine off a thief. I'm not sure if the footpad footpad mobs, excuse me, drop them or not. Alright, we're back here in Terran Mill. Let's go ahead and talk to Magus Wardine Void Glare. He's the one that gives us prison break-ins, so let's go ahead and turn those 4 bloodstone artifacts back into him. You have done a great service for the Forsaken, Tile Lord. These artifacts have been sorely missed. So let's go ahead and turn those in, and then we get to follow up Dalaran patrols. So he wants us to kill 6 Dalaran summoners and 12 elemental slaves. So I knew there was something involved with those elemental slaves, and it turns out that we need to kill 12 of them. But then they also, this is the other follow-up I was thinking of, Bracers of Binding. He wants us to bring 4 Bracers of Earth Binding to Keeper Bel'Varil, and those we'll get from the Elemental Slaves that have been enslaved to the service of... The Dalaran Summoners are actually a different type of mob. They're not really involved with the slaves. The Summoners, like their name suggests, summon other mobs, but they aren't the ones that are binding the slaves, or the elementals to become slaves. So here is Krusk. We're going to turn in the quest Infiltration, give them the Syndicate missive. Finally, we know where Gol'dir is being held. The camp in question is not too far from here, and hopefully they will not be as well prepared as they were when they captured us the first time. So let's go find Gol'dir, free him, and then return to Krusk and Torn Mill. Alrighty, everybody, I am back here at Dalaran. Surprise, surprise. I decided to come back here first. Oh my gosh, what? Elemental Slave immune to holy magic? Immune to holy damage. Wow, well, that's a first. So I decided to come back here. We have 2 quests to do here, as opposed to going to try and find and free Gol'dir is only 1. So we need to kill 12 elemental slaves. They also drop these Bracers of Earth Bindings, so we're going to need 4 of those. And then 6 Dalaran Summoners we're also going to have to kill. Kind of be careful, because I think if you aggro a Summoner near a slave, the slave also aggroes. And there he is, just like I said. So just watch out for these slaves and Summoners who are kind of like working together. And also, apparently, the slaves are immune to holy damage for some reason. I think they're immune to nature damage, obviously, because they're an elemental, like sort of like an earth elemental, like a nature elemental. But I don't know why they would be immune to holy damage. That's strange. That's definitely a first for me. And also, eventually, they start breaking down. So elemental slaves, you'll see in the chat here, these emotes start appearing. The elemental slave begins to crack and break apart. The elemental slave's strength dwindles as chunks of rock break off. Elemental slave is reduced to rubble, but still continues to fight. Good for him. He's still fighting to the bitter end. Anyway, so eventually they get these debuffs that reduce all of their physical damage dealt. Alrighty, everybody, we're back here in Terran Mill. Let's go ahead and turn in Dalaran Patrols and the other sister quest that goes with it, Bracers of Binding. We got both done. And that's it. Those are the only quests that these 2 NPCs had. They each had a set of 2 quests. So we're done with these mobs in Terran Mill. I'm going to go ahead and pick up... What is this quest? Is this Baron Vardis? Is this Baron Vardis wanted? I'm going to go ahead and pick him up. He's going to be orange, but I think we can go ahead and do this quest. I don't think it's going to be too difficult for us to kill him. We'll see, though. So I'm going to cut away again. I'm going to head on out up to the Alterac Mountains, where we have a couple quests to do. So, be right back. Again. Alrighty, everybody, we are here in Strombrad, is the name of the town that I couldn't quite remember at the time. But this is the town that's infested with all of these syndicate mobs, just completely overrun this old decrepit little shanty town. And you're going to notice immediately that a lot of these mobs are actually stealthed. All these syndicate spies start in stealth. There are some non-spy mobs, and these are the wizards, syndicate wizards. So if it looks like there's an empty house right here, there's more than likely a pretty good chance that it has one or two syndicate mob or syndicate spy mobs in there that are just stealth and you can't see them. So you kind of want to be careful walking around, running around this town willy-nilly, because you might aggro one or two. Oh my god, who's this? Gravis Slipknot? Who the fuck is this? I've never seen this guy before in my life, chat. I swear. I swear to you. Alright, let's go ahead and get a nice long holy fire cast on him. Gravis Slipknot. What a name. What a name. So he started off stealthed as well, unless maybe it was just like a pathing issue. He's going to try and aggro that wizard, but he's going to die before he can. Hell yeah. Alright, let's see if we get another blue world drop. Let's see what happens here. Go ahead and mind soothe this wizard so he doesn't attack us. Nothing good, chat. Okay, well that was a big waste. Big waste of time. Okay, so in this inn, okay, so let me show you guys the layout of this town real quick. There's this little ranch style house, farm style ranch house. This is the, I guess, city hall you would call it, and then this is the inn. Gol'dir is going to be found inside this inn. But in this building, we have to come in here first before we go find and quote-unquote rescue Gol'dir, because if you will remember, we need to loot a rusted iron key for this quest. And the mob we need to kill to loot that rusted iron key is going to be found inside this ranch-style farmhouse. Okay, so once you're ready to go, you will find in here Jailer Borhune. And also another syndicate spy mob that I heard stealth somewhere in here. But Jailer Borhune is who drops the rusted iron key. So you will need to come in here and kill him first. He does have an ability, I think it was Pummel, that locks you out of a certain school of magic for 6 seconds whenever he uses it on you. Alright, so there we go, rusted iron key. So now we can just run inside the inn. We're going to have to take on a few mobs here and there. There's going to be a bunch of spy mobs, a bunch of wizards littering this inn that we're gonna have to take out on our way up to free Gol'dir. Okay, so once you make your way up to the second floor of this inn here in Strombrad, you will find Gol'dir, and that is the other requirement to have this quest completed. So we need the key, and we need to find Gol'dir. Let's go ahead and turn this quest in. Give me the key, priest. I will undo the lock myself. Thank you, Tylord. I led the expedition from Duratar under the War Chief's orders, but as you can see, our plans went somewhat awry. Blackmoor's legacy. A day or two ago, I was visited by the leader of the syndicate. His name was Aladin Paranold, and he styled himself Lord of this land. He confided in me his plans to take the orcs that stood against him as slaves, just as his father and his mentor, the despised Blackmoor, had planned. So we need to return the information gathered by Gol'dir to Krusk. So we're just going to run back and turn in the quest to Krusk in Terran Mill. But then he basically says, I have some unfinished business here. I'll follow you shortly out of the inn and we can escape together and blah, blah, blah. But I'm just going to run away. Alrighty, so we are here at the Uplands, everybody, and I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I have found Baron Vardis. Oh my gosh. For the quest I just picked up, as I was leaving hillsbrad foothills, wanted Baron Vardis. Now, there are about 5 or 6 different possible spawn locations for this mob, for this certain NPC, all along the Uplands. There are these different syndicate camps where he will be spawned into the middle of, and I've been trying to take out all these syndicate sentries on the outskirts of this little encampment before I go ahead and take him on, start spellcasting at him. All he basically does is spam fireball at you, so not too challenging. However, he is level 40, so just be aware of that. Oh, it's actually Frostbolt, excuse me, I thought it was fireball for some reason. But here's my strategy. I'm just going to go ahead and straight up bombard him with... Oh my god, we're going to die. I was going to bombard him with spellcasting, but maybe I can't do that. Okay, he's dead. I'm alive. I'm alive, chat. Wow. I can't believe we killed him, and we're actually taking out this this other mob. This dude is spamming Shadow Bolt ammo at us so much. Oh my god. How did we do it? We're amazing. We're the best, chat. Incredible. Wow. Simply incredible. So I'm just going to run over here. Loot him. You need to loot his head. So the most important thing to remember is if you can somehow solo him like 1v1, like as a spellcaster or something, and you accidentally aggro like 2 or 3 extra syndicate mobs, if you can somehow focus Baron Vardis down to 0 and loot him before you die, that's all you have to do, and you've got the quest complete. And, you know, bada bing, bada boom. Alrighty, everybody, back here in Terran Mill. Let's go ahead and first talk to High Executor Darthalia and turn in the head of Baron Vardis to her for the quest Wanted Baron Vardis. And we're going to get a nice chunk of experience and the Inferno Robe. Ooh, nice. These would be pretty good if we were like an Immolation Warlock, or did I just say Immolation? A Destruction Warlock, or even like a Fire Mage. But as a Shadow Priest, increased fire spell effects does nothing for us. So we're just gonna, you know, we're just gonna sell it for some pretty penny, for a couple of pretty pennies. So let's go ahead and talk to Krusk and turn in Blackmore's Legacy. The nerve of those overbearing humans will show them what the orcs shall never submit to their will. And so we do have a follow-up, Lord Aladin Paranold. We need to kill him and ask his mistress, Elisa, about Teretha's pendant. This quest is actually red. Now, Lord Aladin Paranold is going to be found, the NPC himself is going to be found kind of close to Undercity, if you can believe it. So this is like the backside of Undercity. This little thing coming out of the Alterac Mountains right here is the docks, is a dock. So there's a little farmhouse over here, like at the most northernmost point of Alterac Mountains, and that's where you're gonna find Aladin Paranold, and I believe he's like level 43 or 44. So that's why this quest is red. You don't really want to go run in there guns a-blazing at level 36 or 37 or whatever hell the level I am. So I'm gonna cut away again. And I think I'm gonna head back over to Arathi Highlands. So give me a second, and I'll meet you guys over there.
Hello.
Alrighty, we are here in Hammerfall, everybody, in the Arathi Highlands, and we actually have a quest to turn in here that we picked up from one of the quest givers in Grom'Gol base camp. The quest is called Trollbane, and we need to speak with the Zangu here of the Darkspear Trolls, and we will get the follow-up Sigil of Strom. Now, this is a fun quest chain, and it's actually, we can actually do this. So I'm not sure how much time I have left in this episode, if I'm going to be doing it this episode or probably next episode, but the Sigil of Strom, the whole Trollbane quest chain, is a pretty fun quest chain, pretty rewarding. Maybe not for priests, but it does have some pretty neat rewards. Very rich in its lore and the history of Hammerfall and of Stromgarde Keep down here in Arathi Highlands. We can also pick up Found Magics if we wanted to grab Found Magics. But for now, I'm actually going to head over and do this one quest, Geel of the Raptor. We need to collect 12 Raptor Hearts from these Highland Flesh Stalkers. Alright, everybody, back over here in Arathi Highlands. I'm going to start taking on these Highland Flesh Stalkers now. I'll show you guys exactly where I am on the map so you guys aren't too confused as to where you can find these mobs. Just southwest of the Goshek farm here, where you will find this Dunmal, I keep saying Dunmal, these this Boulderfist Ogre encampment. Little cave, little series of caves and camps and all that ooey gooey shit with ogres. So we're going to be taking on these raptors. I'm probably going to cut away shortly. I don't want to spend too much time killing these mobs on screen, just because, I mean, once you've seen me kill a raptor, you've seen me kill a million raptors. So we need 12 of these Raptor Hearts. They only drop off these Flesh Stalker mobs, and unfortunately the drop rate is not 100%, so you're probably going to end up killing roughly 14 to 16 mobs just to get 12 hearts. So I'm going to be here for a little while killing these mobs, and I'm going to cut away. I'll meet you guys back in Hammerfall where we can turn this quest in. Alrighty, back here in Hammerfall, let's go ahead and turn in the Gil of the Raptor to Torgan, 12 Raptor Hearts, and we're so close. We're so close to leveling, but not quite. So he wants us to give Torgan's orb to Grom'Gol, and actually, you know what? Once we turn this in, we'll probably level. And also, I still need to head to Thunderbluff to turn in Frostbomb, but let's go ahead and turn this quest in first. We'll probably hit 38. Let's give him Torgan's orb. Oh, not quite, not quite. So speak with Torgan and we'll get the Call of the Raptor. So this whole quest chain was pretty interesting. This is like the third or fourth quest where we're like trying to give him an item to buff him up. So Gil of the Raptor, this is the final quest in the chain. It's going to give us this horn, Call of the Raptor, which is like a self buff. It's going to increase our agility by 12 for 30 minutes. It only has 3 charges, so it's not too useful. But there it is, ding dong, we finished. We finished that quest chain, and we hit level 38. Wow, what an accomplishment. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So let's go ahead and put our next point into darkness, increasing our shadow spell damage by a whopping 8%. And I am going to hearth back to Org right now. You might be wondering what the hell I'm doing. Let's go ahead and kill Gammon here, as we do. And I'm going to cut away, and I'll meet you guys over in Thunderbluff, where we can turn in Frostmaw, because I still have that quest to turn in, and then we will be done with this episode. Alrighty, we are back here at the Hunter Rise in Thunderbluff. Let's go ahead and turn in this quest. Frostmaw, we need to give Malor Stonehoof Frostmaw's mane, and he will give us this Spirit Hunter Headdress, which is an excellent item for shamans, rogues, hunters, etc. Anyone that can use agility. Again, not me. Just not me. So Malor Stonehoof actually has another quest. It's not a follow-up to Frostmaw, because Frostmaw's a completely separate quest. But at some point, around levels 36, 37, 38, Deadmire becomes available to you to pick up from Stonehoof. So Deadmire is an ancient crocolisk in Dustwallow Marsh, and it is his time to die. Holy shit, dude. How brutal is that? So he wants us to bring Deadmire's tooth back to Malor. This quest is red, so I'm assuming Deadmire is probably like level 42 or 44, something around that level range. Now, Dustwallow Marsh is an interesting place. I could go there and start questing there and leveling there. I think next episode I'll probably head back to Southern Stranglethorn Vale. I mean, all these quests are still orange, but I think at 38 they're a bit easier to do than, say, 36 that I was a couple episodes ago. So I'm going to cut... I'm not going to cut away. I'm going to end off the episode. That's going to do it for this episode, folks. So thanks so much for watching. We hit 38. We are doing it, man. We're doing 1 level per episode. That's basically my goal for the rest of this series, and we'll see what happens from then on. Once I get to the Outlands, we'll see what happens. So thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I love you. And until next time, as always, I hope y'all stay classy, and peace out.